How's it going? Just taking a stroll in the park. Brought my tripod and my little jazz camcorder, and I've been ruminating this for a while, and I don't know, it's kind of a ramble, so ramble alert, I guess. I've enjoyed, thumbing my nose at Islam, but I just don't feel good about it completely, because I feel I need to put a disclaimer out there, because there are individuals I know that are of that faith that I really like. I really like and respect them, and I wouldn't want to offend those people. There's that fine line, though. It's like, how do you offend a parasite without offending the host? It's easier when people, have a faith, but they're an individual. It's those people that become their faith that, see, I don't hate Muslims. I like a lot of them. I'm willing to like anyone I meet if they're likable. I try to be likable. And I don't go around disrespecting everybody I meet. I really don't. I'm a little dangerous with a camera in my hand, I find out, though. Start going around and bothering the J-dubs and stuff. But that's not what I usually do. I mean, back in the 80s when I was an early atheist, and I was very angry because, first Santa Claus, now Jesus. What's next? God? Then I realized, oh, yeah, it was God. God was next. He was the last to go. God and the devil. And it's tough because there are people I love that are Christians and other faiths, people I care about. And it's not them I'm talking about. It's not a lot of, say there's believers listening right now. Not really talking about you specifically, because I know you get offended personally when I talk about your faith. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about your ancestors who believe the same thing. I know there's a lot of tradition and a lot of baggage that comes with this. It's tough to give it up, because I remember a guy who told me once, he may as well have been an atheist. His religion didn't change his morals one bit. He did a lot of mean things, and he was a junkie and everything, but he wouldn't let go of his God. He could quit smoking cigarettes and, quit shooting horse, but get rid of God? And he told me once, he says, you don't understand, you're talking about my family. It's if I say that this is stupid, then I have to say that my grandparents and great-grandparents were stupid. Which I know, that sounds stupid. So what? You go back far enough in your history, you got an ancestor that believed the world was flat. Not talking about individuals that believe a certain thing. I don't disrespect people who vote differently than I do. I just disrespect their ideas. This flying off the handle and stuff. If I decide to draw Muhammad, don't worry, I'm not going to kneel down and worship him. There's no danger of that. And no one who ever sees a drawing of Muhammad that came from me is going to do it either. If I could get rid of religion, I'd be happy. But you know what? I don't think the world would be a better place. But the problem is, would I want to get rid of the people that are religious? And no. See, I don't think like that at all, because I don't hate anybody. I don't want that. So I'm willing to listen to people. I also have an open mind, and God, how do I say this? Well, I have a family member who I respect and love, and he's one of the most intelligent men I know. The guy's got a mind like a computer. And he is, he was a Pentecostal. He's been a lot of other things, he's spoken in tongues. He's participated in exorcisms. was totally convinced by it. But the funny thing is, he didn't let me come along. If he would have let me come along, oh God, I would have gone in a heartbeat. An exorcism? Hell yes. Hell yes. I would like to talk to the possessed person. And I don't hate that possessed person either. I don't hate anybody. You know, I got sympathy for everybody and compassion. I wish there was more compassion going around. I would be interested in anything to do with things beyond my understanding. See, I'm not arrogant at all. I mean, when I started looking at what other atheists were saying on YouTube, I realized, wow, we got some really smart people here. I don't profess to be Mr. Richard Dawkins or, you know, I've never been on a debate class. I mean, I'll debate people if they want, but that's not what I'm really interested in. I'm mostly interested in doing what I've always been deprived of doing. Speaking my mind. You know, I can't do that anywhere else. I remember growing up and always being told to shut up, nobody wants to hear what I have to say. And stop asking my stupid, insipid questions. You know, stop embarrassing everybody. You know, I remember being lit up by my ear by my old man. And he told me, he says, I will just go wild on you. Right here in the middle of this church, I won't care who sees it. Look, they already don't like me, and you're making things worse with your stupid questions. You've got the mind of a gnat. God is infinite, and you ain't nothing. So just shut up and learn something. Stop asking questions. Maybe if you listen, you won't have to ask questions. And I figured, you know what, stop right there, you know, but couldn't really do it because the fact is I was listening, and that's why I had questions. But I'm interested in, I mean, I would go, I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, but I would go on a haunted thing. I'm interested in ghost stories. See, I mean, you know, when they talk about atheists that converted to Christianity, it's hard to understand that for me almost. But I realize there's all kinds of atheists. There's atheists that don't believe in God and the resurrection and all that, but there may have been ancient astronauts from Uranus that built the pyramids. So I mean, am I really an atheist? I mean, yeah, I call myself that. I prefer free thinker, but agnostic. I mean, I fit in all. It's just I'm a human being, you know, with labels thrown at me, you know, and if somebody asked me to define myself, I guess I'd be an open-minded, left-leaning free thinker. But anyway, I don't hate anybody, and I don't disrespect people. It's those people that lose their identity and become their religion. They're just completely they've been completely consumed by their religion. They're the only ones that could possibly, or should only possibly, take this as a personal insult because they're out of their minds. The brainwashing has just gone too far and their fragile mind snapped, you know, because they talk about the armor of faith, but I'll tell you what, faith is a fragile thing, because why is everybody so careful to protect it if it's this mighty armor? Yeah, eggshell armor, more like it. Oh, I wish I had more time to talk, because I'm not sure I really reached my point, but besides I did want to tell a weird story. I guess I got a couple minutes. I worked in this old hotel near Old Sac, and I was a handyman. I fixed things up. And I'd heard stories about ghosts there. And I won't say I haven't been creeped out. Well, one day, actually, I was working on a floor that's completely blocked off, and I was alone. You know, just security might have walked by, or somebody. And somebody was stomped by in the hallway. And I looked out to say, you know, who's messing with me? And I'm looking one way and the other way down the hallway, and I don't see nothing. And I hear something hit the door on the other side of the hallway. And I look, and it's the pin that I had clipped to my shirt. Of course, being an open-minded person, I put the pin back in, and I said, if somebody did this, please do it again. If it was a ghost, they disappointed me. I didn't feel any cold spots. I was just intrigued. I couldn't explain it, but that didn't mean it was paranormal. Paranormal. Look, there's only normal. We just don't understand everything about it, that's all. Anyway, I better cut this short. Peace.